Look around at our world today. Culture is shifting rapidly, division is at an all-time high, and if we are being completely honest, it can feel like society is fracturing right before our eyes. For believers, it brings up a heavy, lingering question that has echoed through thousands of years of human history. When things get truly dark, does God destroy the righteous, along with the wicked? When the final storm hits, are we just collateral damage? Will God destroy the righteous, the church, along with the wicked, the unbelievers, during the tribulation? It's the exact question Abraham desperately asked God thousands of years ago in the book of Genesis. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? Today, we are going to look at the definitive answer to that question, because history leaves a distinct blueprint. And as we will see, there is a powerful, unshakable pattern to how God executes justice, and it reveals exactly what lies ahead for the true church. To understand the future, we have to look at the past. Let's go back to Sodom and Gomorrah. The Bible describes Sodom as a city that was sadistically, deeply sick. Its corruption wasn't just a quiet compromise. It was an aggressive, predatory darkness that threatened the entire region. Judgment was inevitable, but there was a dilemma. Abraham's nephew, Lot, lived there with his family. Abraham literally began a high-stakes negotiation with God. Lord, if there are 50 righteous people, will you spare it? What about 45? 30? 20? Down to 10. And God agreed. He would not destroy the righteous for the sake of the wicked. But as the story goes, the city didn't even have 10 righteous men. So what did a righteous judge do? Did he just shrug and let Lot get caught in the crossfire? No. Before a single drop of fire fell from the sky, the Bible tells us that angels literally grabbed Lot, his wife, and his daughters by the hands and pulled them out of the city. They were physically evacuated. The judgment could not and would not begin until the righteous were entirely out of harm's way. This historical event isn't just an isolated story. It is a prophetic blueprint. In the New Testament, the Apostle Peter explicitly revisits the story of Lot to make a staggering point about the end of the age. He writes, "The Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of tribulation, and to reserve the unjust under punishment for the day of judgment." Think about the structure of the book of Revelation. The terrifying period of global wrath, the tribulation, is detailed extensively from chapters 6 through 19. But if you look closely at chapters 4 and 5, before the seals are broken, before the wrath is poured out, where is the church? The church is already seen in heaven, standing around the throne, singing the song of the redeemed. Chronologically, chapters 4 and 5 always come before chapter 6. Think of it through the lens of modern diplomacy. The Bible calls true believers Christ's ambassadors on this earth. What does a country do when it is about to declare war on another nation? Before the first strike is made, before the conflict begins, that country always calls its ambassadors home. They do not leave their own representatives in the zone of impending wrath. Just like Lot was pulled out of Sodom, God is going to call his ambassadors home before the final judgments of Revelation purge this planet. The judge of all the earth does right, but this leaves some people with a deeper, more personal frustration. They look at human history, at the tragedies, the pain, the terrible atrocities, and they ask, what gives God the right to judge us at all? He sits comfortably on a throne in heaven while we suffer down here. There is a powerful illustration that perfectly captures this feeling. Imagine the end of time, and millions are standing before the great white throne. A low, angry rumble builds. A man steps forward, tears open his collar, and shows the brutal scar of a rope burn, lynched in the American South simply for the color of his skin. He screams at the throne, "What do you know about this?" A woman steps forward and pulls up her sleeve, revealing a tattooed serial number from Auschwitz. She cries out about the torture, the abuse, and the gas chambers. A teenager from Hiroshima steps up, his body scarred by atomic radiation. An ad hoc committee of humanity forms, and they look up at God and say, "Before you have the right to judge us, you must serve our sentence." You must be sentenced to life on earth as a man. The crowd begins shouting out the terms of the sentence. You must be born so poor that when you die, you own nothing but the clothes on your back. Your birth must be surrounded by scandal, so people whisper and call you illegitimate. You must walk as a targeted minority, betrayed by your closest friend, and tried by a cowardly judge on completely fabricated charges. And finally, you must be spit on, mocked, and tortured to death in public view. The story goes that as the crowd finishes shouting their demands, a sudden, deafening silence drops over the millions of people, because all at once humanity realizes God already served that exact sentence through the life and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. He left the luxury of heaven. He came down in Christ Jesus. He lived the poverty, took the mockery, suffered the betrayal, and endured the agony of the cross. He didn't execute judgment from a safe distance. He stepped directly into the human experience and paid the ultimate price himself. That is why his judgments are fundamentally true, perfect, and righteous. If you are a believer walking through dark times today, take heart. The Judge of all the earth knows exactly how to preserve you, how to protect you, and how to bring his ambassadors safely home. You can bet with 100% certainty that the Judge of all the earth will do right. If this message brought you perspective today, hit that subscribe button, share this video with someone who needs reassurance, and I will see you in the next video.